Hey, hi there. Myself Ranjit Srivastav, your course instructor. Welcome to this learning series of Java Swing, where we are going to explore various types of GUI components which are essentials for your desktop applications as well as web-based applications. These components may be like buttons, labels, text area, password, and many more components which I'm going to cover in this series with their in-depth explanations. I'm just going to describe each component step by step, and in hands-on section we are going to have practicals on this various components so that you can implement them on real world. The only thing which is required for our series, the only thing is that you must have basic knowledge of Java programming. This is the most essential things, and this series is very helpful for those who wanted to create a wonderful applications for desktop as well as for internet. The course also leads you to one step forward by boosting your Java skills. So without wasting any time, I'm going to start with our first topic about Java Swing. So what is Java Swing? Java Swing is a part of JFC, which stands for Java Foundation Classes, which are used to create window-based applications. It is built on the top of AWT, which is another package of Java which is used for making a GUI applications. This AWT means Abstract Windowing Toolkit, which is entirely written in Java. Unlike AWT, Java Swings provides platform-independent and light-weighted components. Here are some of the difference between AWT and Swing. As you can see on the screen, AWT are platform dependent, they are heavy weighted, does not support pluggable look and feel options, it provides less components than Swings, and it doesn't follows MVC, which stands for Model View Controller. Whereas on other hand, we have Java Swings, which are platform independent with lightweight functionality. It also supports pluggable look and feel. It have powerful components such as tables, lists, scroll pans, color choosers, which may not be in AWT. It also follows MVC. This MVC means M for model, V for view, C for controller, where model represents a data, view represents a presentation, and a controller acts as an interface between model and a view. As I told you before, Java Swing is a part of JFC. So what is JFC? JFC means Java Foundation Classes, which are a set of GUI components which simplify the development of desktop applications. So here we go on my screen. As you can see, this is a whole hierarchy of Java Swing classes. The first on the top of there is object, then it comes component, with having two options, container and JContainer. One is for Windows panel, then applet, frame, dialog. In J component, there's all the components of Java Swings like JLabel, JList, JTable, JCombo box, JSlider, JMenu, abstract button, and the J button. This all comes under JSwing. As you can, one difference between on the syntax point of view, in AWT we will write button, combo box, whereas in Java Swing there's little bit difference between a syntax. Like it will be JLabel, not a label in AWT. There will be JList in a swing, not as in AWT. It will be list like that. Okay, I hope you understand what I want to say. So these are the whole hierarchy of Java Swing classes. Then now I'm going to show you a program, a simple Java Swing program where I'm going to create a button and then I'm going to add a JFrame object into it. So let's start. First of all, the thing which we require to import a package for this program. So I'm going to import javax.swing.asterisk. Asterisk means for all. It means all the packages, all the libraries which are under this swing will come into it. Now I'm going to create a public class. Write any name for your class. In my case, I'm just going to write first swing example, then make your curly braces open. Now inside it, just write public static void main string args. This is our main method where when we are going to compile it, then the compiler will first look for this main method to perform all the actions for this program. So first thing, I'm going to create an instance for our frame, that is jframe, f equal to new jframe. New is a keyword for creating instance. And now I'm going to create an instance for our button, j button b equal to new button. Again, I'm going to use a new keyword, and inside a button I'm going to right click. So now set the boundaries for your button: 130, 100, 100 and 40, right? Any according to you, where 130 means x-axis, 100 means y-axis, and the 140 is height and width. Now I'm going to add this button into my frame using this add keyword. Then after it, I'm going to set the size for my frame, which I have created on above, that is 400, 500. Then I'm going to set a layer for it. I'm going to be default, that is null, and set visible will be true. So in this way, I created a simple program having a button and put it into my main method. Now I'm going to show you a second example of swing by using association inside constructor. So again, I'm going to import javax.swing.asterisk. As I explained you before, this asterisk means for all. It will extract all the libraries and packages into it. Then I'm going to create a simple class naming a jframe f. Now I'm going to create a constructor for my this simple class, and where I've just written f equal to new jframe, which will create a new instance for our frame. New is again a keyword, and now I'm going to create a button. This is actually the same example which I explained before, but this time the thing which I'm going to do is it is another type of method, association, which is using constructor. Here simple is in a constructor. All the things which I explained you before is almost all the things are same, like the set bonds. Now I'm going to add it into my frame. Now set the size of frame, then set the visibility. These all things which I did in my first video. All the things I did in this again in this second video. So actually there are three steps, three ways which you can do this Java Swing. First method is very simple. Now this is association method using constructor. In my next video, I'm going to do another way to write Java Swing programs. Now I'm going to save this program. The extension which I'm going to use is .java. So the name of your file will be the name of your class. In case simple is my file name, because the class which I used in this program is simple. Now I have saved this file. Now I'm going to open a directory where I have saved this file, and then I will open a command prompt so that I don't need to write cd commands, so that I went to that directory. I directly put it in this URL section and write it cmd, so the command prompt has opened. Now I compile this simple.java. Now it will compile this my file which we have created right there. Now, yeah, a class file is generated, as you can see on my background. Simple.class is my class file which contains all type of. Actually, yeah, I have used small s. That's create a problem. As you can see, applications, as you can see on my window, which contains a click button shown. Hello friends, and welcome back. Now in this part, we are going to discuss our last method, that is inheritance. So here I'm going to inherit the JFrame class so that there is no need of creating instance of JFrame classes explicitly. So now I'm just write extend, which is used for inheritance. I inherit the JFrame classes. So now I didn't require to use new keyword to create an instance for my frame. Now again, all the things are same as I done in my previous two videos. creating a simple button on my frame and clicking uh, button, setting the boundaries, setting the visible, adding into my frame. This all things will be same. So the only difference is that in my previous videos I created an instance for my JFrame, but in this video, as I told you, that I'm using inheritance method, so I extends JFrame classes, so there's no need of creating an instance for frame inside a class as I did using extend keyword. Okay, now I'm creating my public void main. Inside I've called my constructor, which is simple2. Now I'm going to save this file with the name of simple2.java. Open cmd here and write javac and the name of your file. To javac is a command to compile your Java's programs. Okay, so write it with your Java extension and wait for a while. Yeah, as I told you that the class name and the file name should be same. In my program I did use of simple2, and where in my file name is just simple is there. So the thing which I have to do is firstly I deleted that class file which I created. Now I rename my file. Again I'm going to open my command prompt and write the javac simple2.java, and then it will compile my Java program file, and my class file is generated as you can see on my background. Now I'm going to run Java simple2. A frame is generated with a button inside it with a entitled click. So this is all about Java Swing. I told you about Java Swing, then JFC, then discuss the three ways of Java Swing by using association inside constructor and a simple method, and at last I have shown you using inheritance so that you didn't require to create an instance for JFrame. So in my next video I'm going to start with our first component, which is a very basic component, and that is JButton. So for till now, keep learning and keep exploring.